Alright, what's up, y'all? It is your boy, lowkeymatt, back at it yet again. What's up? I am bringing you guys another little E3 video for you guys today, because now that E3 is over, all the press conferences are done, and we're starting to reflect on it. There's only one true winner to this thing, really. You can make a debate about it, but in my honest opinion, there's really one true winner of it all. And I kind of want to discuss that in this video and kind of discuss overall E3 this year and why it was like this and why I think the way I do and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So that person that clearly won E3 in my books, at least, is Nintendo. Nintendo won E3. They saved it, I guess you could say. At the very end, they had us in the first half, not gonna lie. But then Nintendo came in and said, hey, don't worry, you still got some very hype stuff coming up. We just gotta show it to you first. And boy, did they. Oh my goodness. All the other E3 press conferences were pretty boring, except for the Xbox One. Xbox One was pretty hype. That is a second place for me. While the Xbox show, yes, was longer at 90 minutes, so they had more stuff to show, there was just a lot of mid stuff in between. They showed a little too much, in my opinion. A lot of stuff was just kind of mid, but Nintendo, in only 40 minutes, just was able to cram a bunch of hype stuff all in one package. It just gave us the goods, man, in a shorter amount of time. All that stuff was just hype after hype after hype. So I'm going to go over the highlights of the Nintendo conference, kind of explain in the end why I think it's the most hype, and kind of give my general E3 opinions at the end. So firstly, Smash. Obviously. Kazuya from Tekken. Not the choice that I think most people were expecting. Not a choice that a lot of Smash fans, I don't think, were particularly wanting a lot unless they're big fans of Tekken. There's a lot of talk about getting mad, especially in the Tekken community, that people are kind of labeling it as a non-hype character and kind of a boring character. And you know, me personally, I'm excited for every character, unless it looks terrible, which, you know, I'll have to see some more gameplay of him. But, you know, I'm excited for everyone. Even if I don't play the series, I am optimistic about it. Of course, I don't play Tekken. Still excited nonetheless. And just, it's not as hype as a Banjo or a Steve. Just face it, it's just not. And that's okay. If you are as excited as other people would be for a Banjo or a Steve, good for you. If you love Tekken and you're excited about that, go you, man. But just for the majority of people, it's just not as hype as something like that. You know, it's not a character that's been requested on end like Banjo or from a massive appealing game series like Minecraft. But still, it's a pretty hype thing. We'll have to see some more gameplay of it on the 28th, which I'm excited about. So hopefully that will go well. I'm hyped no matter what. Smash, it's gonna be great. We only have one character left. I saw this chart showing the kind of trends of Smash character inclusions, and it seems like the next character might be a disappointing sword fighter. So please don't do that to me, Nintendo. I want it to be something hype. It's the very last one for Smash Ultimate. You gotta come in with the goods. The Super Monkey Ball collection game, that was also a really cool thing too. I remember playing that game a lot back in the day. My friend had a GameCube and he had that game, and we played it a lot back in the day. And I know that the series is kind of being rebooted a little bit. There was a new game a couple of years ago, and now they have this collection right here, and a lot of people are hyped about that. I want to get back into that game. That game looks like super fun. I always had fun playing it when I was a kid, and that game looks super cool too. So, and then there's that new Mario Party. This game looks awesome. Mini games that they're showing off in there look really cool as well. I heard a lot of people liked Super Mario Party, and maybe it's something I should get into. I don't buy a lot of games nowadays because I'm just a broke college student, so I need to save money, and I don't have a lot of stable income coming in. But Nintendo's giving me too much to buy, man. Then Metroid Dread, bruh. I lived to see the day that thing came true, because if you don't know, Metroid Dread before this was this like infamous vaporware game. It was supposed to be a new 2D Metroid on the Nintendo DS, but it never got released. It got canceled, unfortunately. But now, after like it said 19 years since the last 2D Metroid game, I'm 21 by the way, so I was 2 when the last one came out, Metroid Fusion. We have the 5th 2D Metroid game, Metroid Dread. I love that they're calling it that too. I remember I got Metroid Fusion back in the day. I got it like a pawn shop or something like that for like $2. I really liked what I played with that. That was a really fun game right there. And Metroid Prime is just something that always people rave about, and we didn't get to see that, unfortunately. But if we get this instead for this year, just kind of hold us over, I can wait for Metroid Prime 4 as long as you need me to, man. So yeah, that was probably the thing that got me like, oh my god, the big surprise of the day for me. And the game looks great to play. A game should look great to play, not just because it's hype, you know. Then they had a small little reel of some exciting games, like there's that DBZ game coming on there. We have Monster Hunter Stories 2, new WarioWare. Holy shit, new WarioWare. Looks awesome. Shin Megami Tensei 5, that game is finally coming out, and they showed some gameplay of that and a walkthrough of that, and bruh. That game looks awesome too. Then they showed Danganronpa. That was just funny to me because of the memes around that. And then there was fucking Fatal Frame, that new Fatal Frame game. Got to see another little look at the new Mario and Rabbids game that was shown off the Ubisoft press conference. The only hype thing at that press conference, my god. And then they ended off with the Zelda stuff with the new Age of Calamity expansion and the Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay. And just, ooh, oh my god. That's so good. It was so good. Nintendo was hype. This Direct, top 10. Top 10 Directs. All time. I'm saying it. Top 10 Directs of all time. Yes, they could have shown some more stuff like Bayonetta 3 or some other, like, games that we haven't seen in a while. But the amount of stuff that they crammed into this one Direct is insane. It saved E3 easily. They came in at the very end, brought it all back together. But unfortunately for E3 2021, that was the end of it. Nothing else really hype after that. There's no show floor this year because it's all digital. We're still living in COVID times, so they have to do that. And that's it, unfortunately. But Nintendo won E3, obviously. If I had to rank my top 3, it'll be Nintendo, Xbox, Summer Games Fest. And everything else after that, I want to pretend didn't exist because my god, what a snooze. You know, I knew that going in, that the rest of the press conferences were going to kind of suck because you could just tell sometimes, especially with the people who are presenting, like, whoever thought the Ubisoft press conference was going to be hype, aside from Mario, which is not really Ubisoft directly, that's on you. When do they make anything exciting outside of, like, the 100th Assassin's Creed game or generic open world game number 25? Capcom, apparently, I didn't see that. I knew that's something I should have just skipped out on. Square Enix, I was hopeful for the Square Enix one. I had this huge feeling that the next Kingdom Hearts game was going to be there. Yeah, we got squat. We got Guardians of the Galaxy and Final Fantasy Origins stuff, but, like, goddamn. What a bore fest. Square Enix presents, they always present themselves as supposed to be hype stuff, but they never are. And this kind of confirmed it to me. So yeah, thank you for teaching me the lesson to never get excited about your things again, Square Enix. I will never make that mistake again. And there's some other stuff here and there that I don't really remember, but I don't necessarily blame them for what's going on here, because over the past year, games have been very fucking difficult to make, obviously, because people are working from home and things are more scattered. Production is much more slower. Things are not happening as fast as they would be in person. So things are coming out at a slower rate. Not as much stuff to show off. Not as much stuff to announce. That's just the times we live in, unfortunately. And this E3 reflects that. E3 is kind of a reflection of stuff that's been going on over the past, like, year in gaming, what people have been making and stuff. And that's just how it is, unfortunately, over the past year. But that's making me even more excited for next year, because now that things are opening back up again, starting to ramp up, we're gonna get some hype stuff, I'm sure of it. And also, it's usually in, like, the second or third year of a generation where we start getting into the real juicy stuff, and that's what we're coming up on. So buckle your seatbelts, baby. It's gonna be fun. So that's all I want to talk about with you guys in this video. Tell me down in the comments below what you thought about E3 this year. Did you think Nintendo won? What is your favorite press conference? What's your most excited thing that was shown off this year? Tell me down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server. Really awesome if you did. This has been Matt, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that's gonna be. So yeah,